what a higher body count does to a guy. See, now we over here, we talk a lot about women on how them having a higher count, you know, is gonna affect their ability to pair bond with somebody that they might want to be with. Um, but we don't talk about the men a lot. So I'm finna talk about how it affects you. See, when you've been with one person, just one person, you're in it at the most, your most pure self. Meaning, if you done had a relationship, if you done had sex with one woman, there's a high potential chance that you were probably in a relationship with her if she was your first, or you that you wanted to be in a relationship with her. You wanted things to work out with her. You were, what I'm telling you now, the most optimistic about your relationship. No one could tell you that it couldn't work. No one could tell you that, yo, like she's up to no good. You just was not trying to hear that shit. You was the most green. You was the most optimistic about this shit. You was blissfully ignorant. See, this is an excellent feeling. People will be like, yo, like, this is a terrible feeling. Like, you don't want to be that. You want to be that under the circumstances that you would a woman that feels the same exact way. Guys, that is called a man being with a woman and it's both their first time. That's what it's going to feel like. Trust me, it's the best feeling ever, right? The problem is we're in a society where you're the guy that's feeling like that this is your first encounter and that you're in love and that nothing could separate y'all, and she done been with the whole city. You feel me? See, now there's an imbalance. And yeah, in that circumstance, bro, you're goofy. But no one talks about when you've been the one that's been with a lot and she's the person that hasn't been with much men at all. So let me tell you what happens. The things that you think about. Let's go off the things that you've seen. When you've been that guy and you've seen a lot around here, right? You're going to go through seeing and dealing with a relationship in the most jaded way possible, because you saw in every way how they could end. You done dealt with this woman, you done dealt with that woman, you seen this characteristics, you done seen, okay, Sandra could do this, but Stacy, she could do this, right? You could compare and contrast, but the problem is you wish Stacy could also do the stuff that Sandra did, right? Or you wish Sandra, you feel me, was as loving as Stacy was. See, Sandra could throw it back. You know, Sandra got good pussy, but the thing about it is Sandra used to get on your nerves. She was always testy. Stacy, on the other hand, she was loving. You know what I'm saying? She was caring. She cooked and cleaned, but you felt like Stacy ain't had that libido like Sandra did. Like she wasn't hungry for that shit like Sandra was. You get what I'm saying? So you comparing both the two, and you wish you could just compile them into the perfect woman. You get what I'm saying? The best of both worlds. You wish that was the circumstance. We do the same thing too, fellas. We do the same thing. It's like build a bear, but we building a bitch. We take all the great qualities that other women have and we try to compile them, right, into the next woman that we meet, and hoping that she'll meet that expectation. And not every woman, ain't no woman gonna come in this world perfect, right? And being with many women exposes all their good traits. And you're only gonna, I'm gonna tell you something, after you leave these women, after a while, you're only gonna remember their good traits. You're only gonna want to remember the good things that they did, because you're gonna be fond of those memories. But you're gonna impose those memories onto the next woman that you're dealing with. And she's gonna have to meet up with that expectation, right? She's gonna have to meet that expectation, or like I said, it's not going to be enough. So basically what I'm telling you is the more women you're going to be with is not going to be enough. See, a lot of guys tend to say, yeah, it's better it is for men than it is for women, because women go into these circumstances with the expectation going into it first off that this is automatically going to work out. Yes, but it's more detrimental. It hurts to them. They're the ones with the womb. So if they end up getting pregnant because they thought something was going to work out and they have a child and it never work out, yes, the likelihood of them finding somebody else, you feel me, is going to be shot to none. However, with you, you're going to have more control over the circumstance. You're less emotional. You get what I'm saying? But this still hurts you, right? When you've been the other guy now, right? When you're on the other side, when you're being with so much women, more than likely you're being with women that are potentially in relationships. They're having boyfriends, right? They're dealing with other people, and you're seeing how they act around you and how loving and caring they act around you. Meanwhile, their boyfriend trying to call them, trying to text them, right? And they're telling you, hearing the conversations that they're having with their boyfriend, and they're saying, I love you. You feel me? I'll talk to you soon. Take care, baby. This and that. They sound so nice. They sound so sweet. Meanwhile, she getting off the phone with her mans to give you head. Do you know what that does to you? You're going to look at relationships and you be like, oh yeah, I don't want to be that guy. Fuck being that guy. So that's going to make you want to stay single, right? And your opinions are justified for wanting to be single after seeing shit like that. Seeing married men, right? Women that are married cheat on the men that they're with, right? With you, definitely is going to shoot your hopes for marriage down, like completely to the ground. You're saying, what the fuck? You mean to tell me I could get all this treatment and I don't even got to be married? You feel me? Being a homewrecker will do that to you. Seeing the money that her man gave her and she's treating you with food, she's buying you shit with that money, it's going to make you be like, yo, what the fuck? I don't want to be in no relationship. Which lead to the issue. You lose a sense of trust. You will enter a relationship, and when your girl say stuff like, yo, I'm about to go run some errands real quick, you thinking about all the women that's tell they man that they running errands, right? And what they was doing with you. So you gonna be thinking in your head, oh yeah, she up to no good. She up to no good. So you trying to snoop around to find out if she cheating or not. You feel me? To find out if she cheating, right? And then you ended up, she told you she was just running errands because, you feel me, she was buying you Christmas gifts, or she was handling your birthday gifts and she didn't want to tell you. Meanwhile, you trying to go through her phone. You see how fucked up you became? I'm letting you know, having a higher body does that to you. See, you go in relationships, you go in situations with a lot more jade. Way more jade. You can't handle, like, you feel like you need a therapist after. You need to heal. That's just how it is after you've seen too much. And that works on both ends. Don't think it's just, oh yeah, women get a higher body count. Yeah, we get the praise for having a high body count because we have to work, you feel me, to make it happen. You know, you heard about the key in the lock. You heard about that analogy. You feel me? About the master key and the shitty lock. You feel me? So you're going to get the praise for sleeping with many women. But it still jacks you up. You still lose your sense of trust. You still feel like, yo, there's no point of ever being in a relationship, you know? And that's ultimately going to mess you up at the end of the day. But yeah, man, I just had to give y'all perspective on that. Like, you know, like, yeah, like having your experience out there, learning the pros of which women like this and that, women like different things, having multiple things in your bag to be able to have a successful relationship. That's what comes with it, for sure. There's always pros to it, but there's always going to be cons with it too, bro. Because every day we going to feel different, bro. You feel me? Every day we gonna feel different. Some days we gonna feel up and confident. Yo, go do what you do. On other days, we just gonna be like, yo, something in our head. We focused on other shit. Like, you know, we gonna be thinking we gonna be a little bit more insecure. You feel me? On some days than other days. And those are the thoughts that's gonna be in your head that's gonna drive you over the line to be like, yo, let me check your phone. You feel me? Let me see if you're doing some shit that you're not supposed to be doing. You feel me? But yeah, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. Be easy.